Good morning from a sunny, not Peterborough. We are currently in Brightwell cum Sotwell, South Oxfordshire. Come down to visit Kat's parents, family bubble and all that. This is the start of the video, but the video's already been done for the last 2 days. I just haven't put it out yet, but now that you're seeing this, it has been put out. So, two things I'd like to know. Those subscribers that I've currently got, thank you very much. How far away are you from me? And we could be talking the same country, other countries, different hemispheres. Just let me know. And the other question is pond visits. If you are within 20-30 miles of Peterborough and you'd like a pond visit, let me know. One thing of note is we're now passing a house owned by Alan Rickman.
Well, not now.
Of Die Hard and Robin Hood Prince of Thieves fame. Apparently a long-term resident here, which is quite nice.
He's dead.
Eh?
He's dead.
He was a long-term resident and now he's still dead.
Dead.
And now he's dead. Rest in peace, Alan. So we're just going to go down to the bottom of the village. Of course I've got Kat with me, and Kat is going to bring out another video possibly this weekend. What's it going to be on, Kat?
Oh, I'm not sure. Somewhere in the garden. Could be there's a bit of demand for the Garden of Good and Evil, but I might wait a couple of weeks for that.
Why would you wait?
Well, wait until there's a bit of colour in it. There's not much colour in it at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So it might be the veg beds. It might be one of the herb beds. We'll see.
Good. And I shall be bringing out Koi Kit Part 6. I've 2 or 3 more things to do yet, but I think I've got something in line. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of this walk, but I'm going to stop the video, and what I want you to think about is how good is my pond, my water feature, my bubbling brook in comparison to what I'm going to show you. It could be 50-gallon bucket in the garden, 20,000 gallon lake, but just wait till you see this. Kat has just informed me, because I've got a brain like jelly, that I've already done Koi Kit Part 6, so it's going to be Koi Kit Part 7. You'll just have to wait and see. Also, just a bit of a doff my cap really, because sadly for Andy Daly, his team begins with a W. What is it? Wigan? Watford.
Watford.
Watford, that's it. So Watford, I was looking forward to visiting Watford with the mighty Leeds, just to let you know that we are champions, and sadly we won't be seeing Andy Daly's lower league team of Watford. And Andy Daly as well reached his 2nd rung on his ladder. Oh, bless you, mate. Tears rolling down my face when I first heard. Only joking. I've got to keep up with the banter with Decoy, but right, this is the house that we're going to look at now, and you have got to see this to believe it. This house has got a lot of water. This house has got a lot of ducks and fish. But if you can beat this house, which has a moat all the way around the property, an actual moat, it is absolutely astonishing. The house is huge and the moat is even bigger. And listen to that. All these little ducks here wanting to be fed. Sorry mate, we haven't got any bread for you. Yes, I know. Just said bread. So yeah, if you can beat a moat, then I want to hear about it. Anyway, without further ado, I will cut the video, something like this, however that goes, and we'll jump straight to the start of the video. Have a cracking day. It's very hot today. Don't forget your sun cream, drink plenty of fluids, and look after your family. We've also been invited to go visit someone's house, and if you can see in front of it, the wall that starts from here works all the way around and goes past. That is one house, and that is where we go in. That's a proper consultant's house.
And just of note to plant people, this tree here, this one, was the smaller of the two. They're trees of heaven, which are quite rare in this country. There was a bigger one which came down in the storms a few years ago, took part of the wall with it, but that's actually quite a rare tree. Tree of heaven.
Tree of heaven. So those that didn't know, that included me, I now know. So yeah, we've got to walk all the way past this huge wall, which is, as I said, all one house. Look at that for a church. That is just absolutely stunning. It's now the village stores, and we are going in here to this property, which is absolutely Dominus Custodiat. Anyway, catch you soon. So what have we got here, Kat?
So this is the most fabulous vegetable garden I know of. It is ably tended by Jeff and Indra, who are running away at the moment, and it's just fabulous, this garden. This is a sunflower.
And what's that? And that's 3 foot taller than this one. 3
sunflowers on top of each other inside an overcoat.
Blimey.
That is huge.
So you're going to show us around this garden then?
Yeah, so I mean the variety is incredible. This is nothing like what we can do here. I'm standing by a patch of rhubarb and the squash patch here, which has...
We've just seen a squash come out. There they are, there's one hidden in there.
So there's pumpkins here.
Pumpkin?
Yep, there's several of those.
The largest squash has just been taken away by Indra.
Yeah. There is also... There's also a courgette, which is what we're going to have in a few weeks' time. Sorry, Steve.
I don't mind that.
Runner beans everywhere.
Runner beans. Yeah. Did you say we had a yucca back here?
We have a yucca by the trailer.
Look at the size of that beast.
Yep.
That's a peach.
And we had artichokes down here, which are just coming up, ready for next year.
Okay. I thought Andy Daly had a big garden, but this is absolutely immense. The garden goes over to those trees in the corner and then goes to a larger garden, but we shall have a walk through there.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on. What's that on the table?
Oh, that's that is the big squash.
Big squash, okay.
Yep, so squash soup coming up.
Right.
We have a tomato bed.
They're not actually blue tomatoes, they've been sprayed, aren't they?
And tomatillo, and again, tomatillo is something I'll talk about when I talk about our veg beds.
Okay.
We have some chard. Physalis as well, which is close relationship with tomatillo.
Yeah.
We have roots.
And what's these tall things in here in this cage?
Sweet corn.
Look at that for sweet corn.
Proper field of sweet corn, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, corn on the cob.
Right, can I see a natural pond over there?
You can see a pond. That's part of the brook. So, the village.
So it goes through the village and through Jeff and Indra's garden.
And that's the red kites that you might be able to hear falling
I
to
can
each
hear
other,
them screaming.
like a cat.
Look at this for a garden. This is just astonishing. So everything on the left is for growing.
Yeah,
Roses, nice little bench,
fruit cages.
fruit cages. We've seen the sweet corn,
With,
and then we've got a nice little like Roman urn. What are these berries?
rowan,
Rowan.
patch of rowan.
Okay, that's quite nice.
Good for keeping evil spirits out of the garden.
That's if you've got evil spirits. And this is spring water. There's a brook water.
Damsels.
That must be at least, my God, 40 feet long, 20 feet wide, and all natural.
Work in progress, shall we say?
Oh, we can say work in progress. We can say work in progress. And then over there we've got another smaller ornamental pond. We'll have a look at that.
It's a problem because the water comes from the street,
Yes.
and but also it's rainwater off the road feeds into it.
Ah.
So it's sort of quite polluted, and you get
Yeah.
too rich in nutrients. It's quite difficult to.
Yeah, and that's a shame because it means you can't eat your watercress as well.
That's right. Yeah. So that's all. This is watercress around it.
Yeah. So the
I think a
area
drum
here is quite
filter would
famous for
spoil that.
watercress.
Yeah, and we can't have it because the water's polluted.
Yeah, because watercress. I think they usually use it, don't they? to
Right,
make
I've never known so many trees in a garden in my life. So right to that back fence is all their land, and some of these trees are absolutely magnificent,
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely ginormous.
if you did cut it up properly and it's got virus, they spread it, they would actually.
Look at the size of this garden. Second only to Andy Daly, I might add. I don't know what Indra's doing. She's got a net. Is Indra going to catch some fish?
Yeah, I mean they're just rare.
Yes.
You see, I mean, it's a funny old shape. It's not somehow a little seedling survived, the disaster, as it were.
Yes.
So what are we looking at now?
I am old enough. Yeah. So this is the elm.
This is it here.
That's an elm.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's not a thing of beauty, but it's actually a seedling that somehow survived the Dutch elm disease,
Wow.
and it's all in the wrong place and everything.
Hey.
It's still
But
growing.
It's so rare. You think, well, I can keep it.
Touch
Anyway,
it.
no.
Look at the tree in the background.
Oh, that's a lovely old chestnut. That is. Yeah.
Chestnut, is it? Yeah. Oh, right.
Chestnut, my God, that is some height.
It is.
No, so it is an elm, but it's all in the wrong place. But it's survived
Yeah.
somehow.
So we'll have a look at this ornamental pool with a sundial on. So that's suffering the same fate. It's just being left to nature, all covered in weed. Well, that's really nice.
So presumably,
I think you can see Indra right in the background cleaning the weed out of the pond. And bearing in mind this is their smaller garden. The larger garden is through here, through a load of flies. So the garden to the left used to be part of the house that Jeff lives in, but that was sold off many years ago, leaving this corridor, if you like, and there's just tree stumps everywhere. We've got an entire church through there, just over the wall, which is beautiful. Looks nice in the sunshine. Look at that for a tree trunk. What a water feature that'd make. Fabulous. Anyway, walking on. Log pile. This is a walled garden. And Jeff said I've got to tell you about this tree. This is a ginkgo apparently. How do we know that? Because Jeff told me. But look at these for leaves. Absolutely beautiful tree. And like everything else, absolutely massive. Entire walled garden. Benches. Oh, that's a nice urn. Getting some plants around that. That's marvellous. Another nice water feature in the making there. In fact, with that spout it could well be. Yeah. And then a bit of a sunny area. A nice place to sit and have a beer. And then you can look back. I mean, look at that. This is astonishing. This tree, I think it fell down many years ago and had to be cut up. But that's at least 5 foot, 6 foot across. And summer house. Which is beautiful, just to look on this garden. And then to be flanked by 2 churches, one that we've just seen and this one. And that's Cat and Jeff.
That's the ginkgo, of course.
Ah, we've... So,
Fine specimen.
what's the origins of the ginkgo then?
China.
China?
And this is one of the biggest you'll find anywhere.
Really?
Oh yeah, you won't find much in this country much bigger than that.
No.
Because probably about in 1850 or something, one of the rectors was clearly a bit of a plant buff.
Right,
So
okay.
that dates from that.
Yes.
There's the stump of a Wellingtonia you see there.
Oh, right. Wow.
And the tree of heaven. Well, that's just a seedling from the old one, which you may remember.
Yeah, I do remember the old
Yeah.
one.
They're
yes.
obviously of that sort of age, I reckon.
Tree of heaven.
You know, when there was that great enthusiasm amongst the prosperous middle class to grow
Yes.
rare plants.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah. So that would have been one of the first introduced, I think, in this country.
Right.
Wow,
That's
Yeah.
good.
that's impressive.
Yeah, no, it is, 'cause it's quite slow growing.
What do you mean no, it's a wide angle lens, you just have to say hello.
Hello, wide angle lens.
Hello, wide angle lens, yeah. We're just having a look at your ginkgo.
Can I put the kettle on, or would you rather have a cold drink?
Have a cold drink, actually, please. What would you
Right, thanks to Jeff and Indra for their hospitality, and it's now time for a coffee. Or a cold drink. See you later.
Yeah,
Well, we've just got back from our jaunt to South Oxfordshire. Clearly the fish has missed us. Every time we stand anywhere they just gather around seeing what's going on. Thanks to our neighbour who kept them fed. Yeah, happy with that. Just currently doing a filter clean. So, I was just about to put the video out for tonight, this weekend, and I got an email from Richard Cross. Richard has a channel called Richard Coy Cross. Precious little subscribers, as he's only started. This is what his pond looks like. Go across there and have a look. If you like it, subscribe. If you're not too keen, give him a thumbs up. but please, my advice, just give him a little bit of support just to get him going. Maybe get him into double figures this weekend, who knows. Give it a whirl. Anyway, he's given me some details about his pond. 3.5 meters by 2.2 meters, I think it is, by 1.3. Sorry Richard if I've got them wrong, I've left the dimensions in the house and I'm sat out in the sunshine. So yeah, thumbs up to Richard. I've subscribed, so shout out to Richard Cross, who has his own channel called Richard Koi Cross. As usual, take care, stay safe, bye. I've got a project at my mate's house, and if he gives me permission, I will put on the project. Now, I've never done one of these before, so I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest. But the bits I'm going to be using are as follows. Right, we've got some ribbed pipe, because it's only a small project. This is inch, very, very flexible. I've got 5 meters of that. I've also got some reinforced 1 inch, and this is just going in basically because it's spare. I've also got one of these. Now, I can't give you any information on this because I've never used one before. It's a Aqua Eco 3000 from a company called All Pond Solutions, as you can see there. So what I'll have to do is, when the project is up and running, sort of come back after a month and give you a bit of a rundown, if I can remember to do that. Anyway, moving on. I've got a professional foam gun. I've got some landscaping foam. I've got some Jubilee clips. I've got 2 milk crates. I shall keep that secret for the time being, but it will all become apparent when we get the project up and running. And then I thought I'd take a punt on one of these. Now, this is the small version of a spillway, quite tiny. I think I paid 26 quid for this, which for what it is, a little bit much, but I thought I'd just give it a whirl. It has some kind of mediocre filtration, but the project that I'm building with my mate is it's a pondless water feature. And I've also got a extra hose tail just in case, and that is from a recommendation from these people. Now, James the Koi Whisperer said that these people are really, really good. Give them a whirl, and I can confirm they're really good. Ordered, a couple of days, turned up with a leaflet of what's available. No actual prices on, but I dare say you just go on to here and they will tell you the price. What else is changing? Well, we're getting rid of this pipe. The part that I needed is in the garage, but that is now going. And just to prove that it is Cat and I Koi channel, say hello, Cat.
Hello, Cat.
There you go. Cat's just got up early and doing a bit of reading. So back to the garage again. And the grey pipe is going to be replaced by this little beauty. Now, there's a couple of you that said, oh, I know exactly what it is, so well done. You win first prize of absolutely nothing. This is a gravity spillway, not a pump fed spillway. So basically the water goes in here, it hits this wall, and underneath here there is also a return. So basically the water is hammered against this wall slowed down and spread out so it spreads across the entire spillway. I've actually offered that up to see if it works, and it works a treat, hence it's still dripping. It's still got pond water in it, but there we go. So that's just a couple of little updates. When I get the grey pipe out and I put the gravity spillway in, I'll do a video on that and see if it works. When I get the the pondless water feature sorted out, bearing in mind I've never done anything like this ever, so whatever it looks like, that will be my best effort. So me and my mate are going to grab some rocks, try and build a water feature. We've got some Scottish cobbles, we've got some standard gravel, we've got some sandbags, we've got 3x3 metre liner. Just see what we can come up with. So bear with me, give me some time, see what I can do, and then I'll get back to you. But just a quick recap, that's what we've got to play with. The 2 milk crates, the 2 pieces of pipe, the little spillway, the PU foam gun, the PU foam canister, and I'm hoping big things out of this All Pond Solutions Eco 3000. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, there'll be a little bit more on top of this. It will be a little bit disjointed. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's do some shout outs. So I've got a shout out from Katrina Hodgson, and Katrina sent me this picture of her pond. So this email is from Katrina. I'll just pick out the salient points. Good morning, Katrina. Katrina's pond is 10 to 15 years old. She can't remember how it all started, but it's now 22 foot by 20 foot. That's a big pond. No idea how many gallons, who cares. It's 4 foot in the middle and 2 foot around the edges, and it was made by herself and her husband and her kids. All really done unprofessional. Yeah, when does it become professional? Anyway, it turned out okay. It's a liner pond. It's full of plants, weeds, wildlife. They get lots of birds bathing in the waterfall, loads of dragonflies, and they've even had a kingfisher. I would absolutely love to have a kingfisher visit this, but I don't think it'll ever happen. I could not imagine my garden without this. That's great. That's just where I'm aiming at. We just need water in our pond, water in our gardens. So the pond is full of goldfish, rudd, about 10 koi that they bought 10 years ago. It's been a pleasure to watch them grow, watch the fry grow. The grandchildren love the pond. And Katrina fosters children, and she was told that she needed a barrier around for part of her safety checks. That's why you see a barrier around it. So well done for fostering, Katrina. Difficult job, difficult job. If she could do the pond again, this is quite interesting, she would still keep it natural and still keep it sunken, which I quite like. There are so many things I would change, but the list would be endless. I think you've done a cracking job, Katrina, so well done for that. Also, a big wave to her daughter, who's a paramedic down in Bristol. Keep it green. So that's Katrina. We've seen a pond. The other shout out, now I had a visit from a paramedic friend of mine yesterday, and his granddaughter came, and his granddaughter subscribed to our channel as well. and she was nipping at me all afternoon. Are you going to make a video, Steve? Are you going to make a video? Are you going to do a shout out? So I says what I'll do is the next video that comes out, I'll just give you a shout out. So Emily from Leicester, you know who you are, and you're currently 8 years old and you're going to be 9 towards the end of this month. There's your shout out. Thanks for coming yesterday and trying out all the playground equipment and also the climbing wall just over my left shoulder. So well done to you, and have a good birthday when it arrives. So in the best traditions of just in time, guess what turned up? So this is for the pondless water feature. Well, the reason why it's pondless as well is because there's a small child involved, so we're trying to eliminate any chance of falling in the water. So our sump, which is a plasterer's bath, is well hidden and well protected, but the interior of the box that I've just shown you, the All Pond Solutions Unitap, it looks like that. That's my hand, so you can see how large it is. So basically the sump pump will be attached to this, the mini waterfall will be attached to one side, and then we will use this to go to a secondary water feature or to be used as a throttle to reduce the flow through there or increase the flow through there. So this tap will be left open, this tap will be turned, so the pressure on the pump is not increased. The pump can just work as fast as it likes, and we will not be putting it under too much stress. So like I said, pump, waterfall, secondary waterfall, and a throttle to control the flow through here. Hope that helps.